Housing market crash was variable interest rates. So they would start you off at a low interest rate, and then like a couple of years later, like double, triple your interest rate that you had to pay back to the bank. And then your monthly payments would skyrocket. A lot of people couldn't make those monthly payments. And then, yeah, things got really bad, and that caused the last housing crash. So. Drawbacks. Which part of the notes are you talking about? So the positive feedback was the previous slide. Well, two previous slides. This is letter B under 4. The zoning laws separate industry and business. Yeah. Yeah. Did I put? No, I didn't put that feedback loop in there. Probably should have. You good, KK? Yeah. All right. All right, so down to the box that says consequences of urban sprawl. Oops, there we go. All right, so some consequences or downsides to urban sprawl, an increased fuel use or fossil fuel use. So that comes from things like commuting to and from work or to and from school, things like that, going in town to go shopping and so on. Double of the land use per person than that of cities. So per family or per household, you can think of it that way too. Twice as much land is being used in the suburbs versus the cities. And then lastly, it replaces farmland, increases distance to the farms. So the farms are having to spend a lot more in fuel usage and things like that to stay out of the city. Because I love to eat cow, but however, they do smell, so people tend not like to live next to farmlands. You're over there making out with your candy, man. What's that?
Except the owners of the farm. They usually live there.
Yeah, they usually live there. Whoa, you're way ahead. That's why I was confused. Oh, I'm on page 25.
So this color?
No. Keep going. Keep going. Are you going backwards? Hold on. Oh yeah. There we go.
Oh, thank you.
And that's the slide we're on right now.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right. There we go. Some of the things about how cities are shaping us. Do I want to do that? Dang, I wish I could read this. To summarize this picture, is that we're creating that urban sprawl, so we're taking up more land, using more land per person. We're creating more waste with some of that. There's even a thing about gaining weight when you move out of the cities. You're driving more versus walking places, and just kind of the setup used to have individual, not even farms, but just individual homes versus sky rises and things like that. I'm going to skip over this article for now. Oops. And go down to the 10, so it's blank. If you're in a paper packet, it's page 26. A set of principles for community planning that focuses on strategies to encourage the development of sustainable, healthy communities. That is called smart growth. All right. This is 10 principles or 10 ideas that the Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, says that we should do. $10:35 tomorrow. What is? I'm in the middle of class. Hi. Okay. All right. Maybe. There's my mouse. All right. So principle number 1 is create mixed land uses. So, and you can kind of see some of this growing a little bit more where you have office and schools and retail and residential and parks kind of all together. I almost feel like in some cases, especially in Colorado Springs, it almost looks like you're creating little mini cities. And that's kind of how you get your different neighborhoods and things like that. But it's usually a lot more feasible land use than just straight up only commercial in one area, only public access in another, and so on. Kind of like you see downtown. Second one is to create a range of housing opportunities and choices. So this is kind of along the lines of the gentrification. So you're putting lower income housing or apartments or townhomes in with higher income houses. That also helps out when you start thinking about taxes. One of the reasons like Harrison School District doesn't get a whole lot of revenue is because we don't live or get taxes from like District 20 or Cheyenne Mountain or any of the places that are a little more upper class, closer to the white collar stuff. So it helps out in multiple ways. Create walkable neighborhoods is one or another, number 3. That reduces your fossil fuel usage. It gets you up and out of a chair.
So
non-coronavirus times.
So do they just like build closer together so there's no room for roads?
Yeah, and there's actually I've seen this in some of the bigger cities. They've been converting some of the streets into a bigger walkway even. Denver's done it a tad bit with like 16th Street and stuff in order to make it a little more eco-friendly.
Well, see, walking's peaceful.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Unless I have like 20 bags, from the grocery store or something.
Yeah, true.
Or I buy Gatorade. Because that gets heavy. Number 4, encourage community and stakeholder collaboration in development decisions. I can tell you even a local one for that is up in Colorado Springs where that movie theater and like YMCA are over off of Powers. they're taking the golf course and park and turning it into a bunch of houses, and they kind of snuck it by all the residents there. So all the people that lived there up on top of the hill that thought they were going to have a nice view of the mountains, they're going to lose home values because they're going to be staring into other houses now instead of the mountains. They kind of snuck it through there. So collaboration between stakeholders is kind of a big deal when it comes to development, especially when looking at that mixed land use. Number 5, take advantage of compact building designs. So these are some of your like townhomes or duplexes, fourplexes, things like that. Yes. Uh-huh. Okay. Okay. Well, I'll have my own team's meeting too. So, okay. Okay. Gotcha. Number 6, foster a sense of place, a sense of community. Here's Louisiana for you. That has like a distinct, meaningful character. So I don't want to say like a themed place because that sounds more like a theme park. One thing I always think of is a place where I grew up. There was a town where you went and I mean everything looked like Germany, like straight out of the Disney movie. What is it? Where The Sound of Music. Like all the houses kind of look like that. It was older themed, really well kept up. Places like that. You do get that a lot here in Colorado with the mountain and log cabins, things like that. Number 7, preserve open space, farmland, natural beauty, and critical environment areas. A lot of this is also really good, especially in places like Colorado Springs where you get a lot of flash flooding. Places that are open space, that are farmland, things like that, soak up, kind of act like nature's sponge when it rains and soak that up so you're not, constantly flooding your basements or things like that. So it kind of has some good things too. Number 8, provide a variety of transportation choices. This is where Colorado Springs just sucks. The mass transit here is really ranked really, really low. If you've ever been to some bigger cities, you would completely understand why. But it's just not a real feasible thing out here, and it's really hard to make like work schedules or anything like that happen. A lot of that has to do with the urbanization too and the sprawl. Yeah, you're good. A lot of this has to do with the urbanization and sprawl as well. It's hard to do the really long routes going all over town. Colorado Springs is very big as far as the footprint goes. Number 9, strengthen and direct development towards existing communities. So they do infill, which is where they take the gaps between buildings like this and then put structures in between. This is actually how my college was built that I went to. University of Washington does this. And then urban growth boundaries. So put a cap on how far you can spread out.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's a really good use of land. I mean, it's just space that nobody's doing anything. Dark alleys and downtowns, at least in my hometown, you just get like junkies and stuff like that hanging out. So put a building there and make some money.
It looks Photoshopped though.
Yep. All right, the last one on here, make development decisions predictable, fair, and cost effective. And streamline approval processes. That is usually going to be your biggest barrier is an approval process for anything. I used to work I was one of the people that would approve land for construction. The amount of hoops and things that people need to jump through in the specific forms, and you have to have every single period in the right place, all that type of stuff. really slows down approval processes. Some governments, especially local ones, will make it really, really difficult if they want to, and there's nothing to kind of tell them not to. Did I do that wrong? No. How many? 1, 2, 3. All right, everyone good on this?
No, not yet.
Not yet. All right. So the next part, I'm gonna have you guys break off individually. I think is there 8 or 9? Hold on, I can't count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm actually gonna exit out of this and edit this. My stinking computer. All right. So I'm gonna have you guys pretty much work individually. I don't want it to say words. These are videos, just FYI, they're miniature TED Talks. And what you are gonna do is summarize the whole point of the information on there. I would say there's 2 that are short, which is why the number 1 and the number 4 are together. Hold on, I'm looking at times. 6, 7. All right. So pretty much everyone can sign up for one. Is there anyone that would like to do the modules 1 and 4? Everyone else, I'm just gonna assign.
Yeah, sure, I'll do 1 and 4.
Okay. You went.
Date? What happened to the N? Devante. I mean, Devante.
Oh,
Dante.
sorry. There we go. I'm blind. I can barely see from where I'm sitting. Oh, I actually.
Is it supposed to be as a group or by yourself?
For the most part, you're on your own.
Okay.
Watch the video and summarize it. Let's see.
You forgot the L in Jalen's name.
All right. No, I do not know how to English today. At all. All right, so I have a couple people buddied up or whatever on the modules. So, see, now I can read it. So you should be able to go to that website and watch. You should, because I just went to that website over winter break. I swear to God, if they've taken it down now, I'm going to be mad. Click on your video. So like your biomimicry. So you look for the biomimicry video. What?
Okay.
Hold on. Let me.
It's just a tiny little paragraph. What's that?
There should be a video. Okay, stop it. There we go. If my computer would work with me, it would be great. Okay. I'm slowly getting my computer to work. So in here, so like Leland was assigned module 1, so your video would be right in here. You'll probably have to click on them all, but this is just the summary of what the video is about. Click on the video, watch it. And I'm gonna put 20 minutes up on the board. So like if I'm Jesus, oh my God. Okay. So here is what I would do. Yeah. I'll have to. So those used to link to the video last year. And then just make sure Ted is after it. So then you would just click on that. So you'll have to, unfortunately, like Google the stupid thing. They took the links down. Yep.
The
If
dark
you guys need
history
to
of
like move the
bananas.
tables, if you don't have headphones, you can.
Miss P,
Yeah.
it is AP Environmental Science. I feel like we should watch The Dark History of Bananas.
Yeah. There's so many movies and stuff I'd love to watch with you guys this year. I wish.
Anyways, how is it dark? You just for
Can't hear you. You keep cutting out, Leland. Type it, maybe. Yeah. They took it down, so you'll just have to Google the title. Yeah. When I did this over winter break, it was still there. Good winter break. Like Christmas and New Year's. All right, so I'm going to give you a heads up. You should at least be, unless you've got one of the 20-minute videos, you should be done watching it, and you should be on the document that I shared summarizing it. Oops, where'd it go? Ah. So I put it in the chat for Teams. I've also emailed it to everybody. You can see that Leland's already done the first video. You guys should be summarizing the rest. I'm going to give you 3 minutes to do so, maybe. No, you shouldn't have to.
Miss P.
Yeah, what's up, Leland?
There's a 300 right here. Why is there a 300 right here?
Oh, that was me trying to type in 3 minutes and realized I was on the wrong screen. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Although I would have appreciated the random "this is Sparta." Yeah, basketball dude. So he will be with us. So today we've actually got 2 games for the Rocket League, but they'll be playing from home. So you guys will be able to be on the PS4, and then you're supposed to, I should have Disney check 8th period if any of the computers are ready. They started working on them on Friday. No, I haven't asked Disney. His wife is printing him, and then he's having to iron them on. So he calls it the Korean sweatshop. Ah, that would be more than so used to. Ah, that is not what I wanted. That is not what I wanted either. Alright.
Hold on a second.
What's that?
I needed to set the turn on first. And I'm like, what the? I'm like, except for me, fine. I'm hearing it, and I'm like, headphones.
Oh.
Get these.
Oh, yeah.
Almost was like, the button. I don't know how.
Naija KK, you're the only ones that haven't been writing. Oh, Lord. No, because you weren't here. I signed it to everyone that was here. Uh-oh. You don't have to. I emailed it. And I put it in the chat, so you can jump on Teams without actually being on Teams.
On your screen, why does it say I have so many words misspelled?
What did he say?
I said on your screen, how come it says that I have so many words misspelled?
Oh, I don't know, because it's stupid. That's my answer to everything nowadays. It is stupid, or they're stupid, or he is stupid, or she is stupid. That's the only thing I've got left anymore. That's
Right.
yeah, that's new.
I was editing in the app, and everything that I
Yeah.
wrote down is still loading.
Today or tomorrow.
I'm gonna be here tomorrow.
Or actually, do your measurement on Wednesday. But I would check and make sure the napkins are still damp. I would do that. Alright, it looks like some of you guys are still working in. So class ends in like 4 or 5 minutes. I'm just going to let you guys copy and paste all of this stuff back into your note packet, or type it if you're really feeling motivated today. If there's anyone still working, highlight yours in a different color so that way if people know not to copy and paste it yet. Okay.
I don't think I can copy and paste from like paper.
Oh yeah. I'll print. Once everyone's done, I'll print them out and give them to you on Wednesday.
I'm like,
That's a very good question, Isaiah.
You muted yourself.
I'm like,
Yeah, I know. So I just said if you're on the electronic one, you can copy and paste over. If you're doing a paper packet, I'll print it out and give it to you to copy or to glue in on Wednesday. All right. When you're done, close up, save up, whatever you need to do. There's like 2 minutes of class left. Keep in mind, we'll be ending this unit probably next week, hopefully. Definitely before spring break, because my God, we have got to start cruising.
wasn't this the biggest unit?
Yeah. Because we haven't done many activities. Like I wanted to do like farming with you guys and some other stuff, but I don't know. We'll see. You come for lunchtime. Good job, Daryl.
No, but we didn't push ways
Well, yeah. If you have, do you have B lunch? A lunch. So it's lunch, then advisory.
Yeah, I have an advisory right after this.
Yeah, that's fine.
You gonna try to steal it? You can ask.
This is why I don't like Monday, because I get confused.
I know. Yeah.
Why don't we just keep it normally?
Because then it would put lunch at the end of the day.
So
You want to wait till like 2:30 to eat?
I know.
You're weird. Maybe this is why I'm fat though.
Miss, do we need to save?
Save your note packet, but you don't need to save the document I made.
Okay, I'm clicking don't save.
All right, see you guys Wednesday.
Sadly.
Sad to see you too.
Yes, can I go to the VIP section because
Yeah.
huh?
Yeah. Apple cider donut? What the heck? That sounds so weird. I want a smoothie.
Okay,
Those
bye,
are my
Miss.
favorite.
Or
Bye.
see y'all Wednesday.
See ya. Bye, ladies. All right.